The Galactic Council chamber was a vast dome of light and sound, suspended in orbit above the silver-blue skies of Deltharian Prime. Hundreds of species gathered beneath its shimmering ceiling, their voices mixing in a constant murmur, until the humans arrived. As Earth's delegation stepped into the central hall, led by Captain Dana Solis of the starship Horizon, an uncomfortable silence swept the chamber. All eyes turned toward the small group of humans, dressed in sharp yet simple uniforms, standing, with practiced calm. Behind them floated a hologram of Earth's fleet, 12 ships all dwarfed by the towering vessels parked in nearby docks. The hologram spun slowly, revealing blocky ship designs with reinforced armor and sharp angles, nothing like the sleek curves of advanced galactic cruisers. Then came the laughter, high-pitched chirps from the Talari, deep guttural chortles from the Ovlax, even some tail-thumping from the reptilian Sirac. The council's speaker, a being of living crystal, welcomed the humans politely, but with a tone that barely hid amusement. "The people of Earth," he said, "are invited to accept protectorate status under the guidance of more experienced civilizations." In other words, humanity was being offered a seat at the children's table. But Captain Solis didn't flinch. Her voice was calm, steady, and every word landed like steel. "Earth accepts no leash, however gilded. We did not cross the stars to kneel." A few council members blinked, clearly surprised by her confidence, but most simply smiled as if humoring a child. Murmurs spread. So Earth thought itself bold? With what? A few outdated vessels and no history of space warfare? As the council session resumed, the human delegation quietly took their seat near the back, close to the unimportant delegates. One species, however, was not laughing. High Counselor Sirit of the Valari, a six-legged insectoid with gleaming black eyes, observed the humans with interest. Her kind had studied war for millennia and knew the quiet tension in a commander's stance. Solis was not arrogant, she was certain. That certainty unsettled Sirit. While the rest of the galaxy saw Earth's fleet as a joke, she saw the shadow behind the smile, the silence between words. Meanwhile, human ships orbited far above, seemingly idle, their systems dimmed to conserve power. Yet beneath those dull exteriors, Earth's crews watched, waited, and listened. In the observation lounge of the Horizon, Solis stood before a wide viewport, watching council traffic dance across the stars. Behind her, Commander Rafi entered quietly. "They think we're weak," he said. Solis gave a small nod. "Let them. For now." Somewhere, deep in Earth's classified archives, a protocol remained sealed. It had no name, just a number and a warning, to be activated only when laughter becomes threat. And far above, in the cold shadows beyond Neptune, something vast waited, silent and unseen. The Galactic Council's mock combat games were meant to be a harmless show, a way to demonstrate military strength and entertain the galaxy's elite while quietly reminding Earth of its place as a fledgling civilization. When Captain Dana Solis and her modest fleet of 12 ships entered the arena, few expected much more than a brief spectacle. The alien fleets, adorned with sleek and powerful warships, prepared for an easy victory. But the humans had something no one anticipated. A mix of old technology reimagined with clever tactics and advanced artificial intelligence that turned the battlefield into a chaotic puzzle for their opponents. Earth's ships used electromagnetic pulses to disrupt enemy sensors, disappearing from scanners just long enough to strike where it hurt most. Swarms of small drone-like fighters buzzed through the vacuum like angry bees, forcing larger ships to scatter defensively. The human pilots coordinated their moves flawlessly, reacting to every threat with unpredictable maneuvers that made even veteran commanders doubt their strategies. News feeds across the galaxy buzzed with surprise as the humans outmaneuvered fleets twice their size, winning round after round with a combination of grit, ingenuity, and quiet determination. Captain Solis herself faced off against Marnus, a Doi, celebrated tactician from the Serac Dominion whose reputation was unmatched. The simulated battle was tense, with each side testing the other's limits. But Solus's calm command and tactical creativity led to a stunning victory, causing a ripple of disbelief among the spectators. The council chambers, which once laughed at Earth's arrival, now whispered in uneasy tones. Pride was replaced by suspicion as leaders questioned how such an underestimated species could wield such power. The Valari ambassador, High Counselor Sirit, watched the proceedings with growing interest. She had sensed something beneath the surface from the start, but these mock battles confirmed her fears. Humanity was not what they seemed. Quietly, Sirit dispatched her agents to probe deeper, seeking any evidence of the rumored secret Earth Mothership, an immense vessel whispered about in classified transmissions but never openly acknowledged. These rumors were dismissed by most as myths or propaganda, but the Valari's investigation revealed traces of strange energy signatures and unusual shipbuilding activity in the outer reaches of the solar system. As the Council's laughter turned into uneasy glances, Earth's crew maintained their silence, their focus never wavering from the greater mission ahead. Behind every move and decision was a calculated patience, waiting for the right moment to reveal the true strength hidden beneath their small fleet's modest exterior. The games had started as a simple gesture of goodwill, but the consequences rippled through the galaxy like a quiet storm, one that promised to change everything about how the universe viewed humanity. Tensions simmered quietly across the Galactic Council, but the Sirac Dominion had little patience for waiting. Known for their aggressive tactics and pride in their overwhelming military strength, the Dominion saw Earth's unexpected victories in the mock battles as a challenge to their dominance. Under the cover of routine training exercises, they launched a sudden and brutal ambush against Earth's fleet near the outer edge of their claimed space. What was supposed to be a simple maneuver turned deadly fast. 2 of Earth's ships exploded in bright, devastating bursts, debris scattering into the cold void, while calls for help echoed through the horizon's comm systems. Several crew members lost their lives, their faces etched forever into the memories of those who survived. The attack stunned not only the human crew but also Earth's allies, those neutral factions who had been watching humanity rise with cautious hope, now condemned the Sirac's aggression as reckless and dishonorable. Yet Earth's response was not one of panic or desperation. It was controlled, calculated, and measured. Captain Dana Solus ordered her fleet to withdraw, not in fear, but in silent preparation for what was to come. The message was clear. Earth would not be baited into a rash conflict, but neither would it stand down when threatened. Meanwhile, word of the attack spread quickly through the Council, and instead of condemning the Sirac Dominion, many factions suggested Earth should apologize for overreacting to what they insisted was an unfortunate accident during training. The Council's dismissive tone only deepened the divide, but within Earth's command center no apology was planned. Instead, a cryptic transmission was sent to the outer perimeter. Initiate Protocol Helios. The phrase was brief but heavy, with meaning, an unspoken warning to friend and foe alike. Far away from the Council's gaze, sensors operated by the Valari detected a massive surge of energy emanating from the solar system. The spike was unlike anything recorded before, power levels that suggested something huge was awakening, something hidden deep within Earth's territory. The Valari watched silently, their antennae twitching with unease, knowing that this was no mere retaliation but the first step in a conflict that could reshape the balance of power across the stars. On Earth's ships, crews readied themselves in silence, knowing that the days of being underestimated were over. The Sirac Dominion had thrown the first stone, but humanity's true strength remained unseen, locked behind layers of secrecy, waiting for the right moment to change everything. The galactic capital's artificial sun, a massive sphere of controlled energy that bathed the entire station in constant light, suddenly flickered and dimmed, casting an unnatural shadow over the city below. It was as if night had fallen without warning, swallowing the gleaming towers and bustling platforms in cold darkness. From the silent void beyond the capital's orbital defenses emerged the omen of dawn, Earth's secret mothership, traveling through a compressed fold jump that bent space and time itself. The vessel was colossal, 10 kilometers in length, forged in the asteroid belts of the Sol system, with materials unknown to most of the galaxy. It dwarfed every other known ship, a floating fortress wrapped in layers of stealth technology that shimmered faintly like a ghost against the stars. The moment the omen appeared, the council chamber fell into stunned silence. Delegates who had once mocked Earth now found themselves staring in disbelief, their confidence shaken by the sheer scale and power of this mysterious ship. Unlike the flashy warships of other species, the Omen of Dawn moved with quiet authority, its power systems humming softly like distant thunder, ready to unleash unimaginable force. Captain Dana Solis's voice then broke through the static of galactic communication channels, her message simple yet powerful. Humanity does not threaten. Humanity endures. But when struck, we answer. The words echoed through every listening post, stirring a mixture of fear, respect, and hope across countless worlds. Without firing a single projectile, the Omen disabled the attacking Serac Dominion ships with directed electromagnetic pulses that fried their systems and gravitational waves that left their engines crippled, floating helpless in the void. The precision and control showed no desire for unnecessary destruction, but a clear warning that Earth's patience had limits. Across the galaxy, species that had once doubted human strength now watched with growing admiration and even rallied in support of Earth's resilience. Messages flooded in, offering alliances and aid, inspired by a planet that refused to bow to bullying or threats. High Counselor Sirid of the Valari noted quietly that Earth's rise was no accident, but a sign of a new balance forming in the cosmos. The Omen of Dawn lingered near the galactic capital, a silent sentinel watching over a new era, reminding all that beneath humanity's quiet exterior beat a heart prepared to protect and endure against any challenge. The shadow it cast over the sun was not a sign of doom, but of a force awakening, one that would reshape the future of the stars. After the Omen of Dawn's stunning arrival and decisive actions, the Galactic Council gathered once more, but the Atain atmosphere was completely changed. Gone were the mocking laughs and dismissive sneers that had greeted Earth's first appearance. Instead, a heavy silence filled the great chamber as delegates from dozens of star systems turned their attention to the humans. The Serac Dominion, whose reckless attack had sparked this confrontation, found themselves facing severe sanctions. The Council demanded they issue a formal apology for their unjustified aggression, and with little choice, the Dominion bowed to the pressure, their pride wounded but their position clear. Earth, however, was no longer the underdog pleading for acceptance. It was a symbol of strength and determination that had earned a place among the stars on its own terms. When the offer of full council membership was extended to Captain Dana, Solis and her delegation, there was an unspoken hope that humanity would now seek power or control. Instead, Solis spoke simply, her voice steady and filled with quiet dignity. Humanity doesn't want to rule the stars. We just don't want to be underestimated again. This statement resonated deeply across the chamber, reminding all that Earth's rise was not born from ambition for domination, but from a need to be respected and safe. The Valari, always watchful and wise, stepped forward to request a formal alliance with Earth, one built on mutual respect and cautious cooperation, a partnership born from the understanding that strength is the foundation of peace. Outside, the Council's orbit, back in the familiar shadows of their home system, Earth's shipyards began construction on 2 new motherships, massive and powerful, but designed not for war, but to secure peace through strength and readiness. These new vessels would stand as guardians, not conquerors, promising that humanity's story was only beginning. As the Omen of Dawn quietly ascended back into the darkness of space, its enormous silhouette etched forever into galactic memory. A new era dawned, not of conflict but of earned respect. The stars would remember the day when a small fleet was mocked, only to reveal a force no one could ignore, a testament to the enduring spirit of humanity.